Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Lowe's knows how to get you ready for holiday hosting with up to 35% off select home decor. And get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, members get free delivery, haul away, basic installation, parts, and a 2-year Lowe's protection plan when you spend $2,500 or more on select LG major appliances. Valid through 10/1. Member offer excludes Massachusetts, Maryland, Wisconsin, New Jersey, and Florida. Installed by independent contractors. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for more details.
So the other really interesting thing that happened, though, and this has me thinking about they've got a problem. WWE has a big problem, and this gets to the main event, our main subject this week. Of course, the huge news: WrestleMania 43 in 2027 will be in Saudi Arabia. They're finally doing it. Not only WrestleMania, by the way, but the Royal Rumble in 2026 will also be in Saudi. The reason I bring this up in relation to Worlds Collide is, and this is where they've got a problem. Obviously, there has been a lot of backlash to the announcement of they're going to be in Saudi Arabia for a WrestleMania. There's been a lot of backlash online about that from fans. But there was also backlash tonight at the event at
Worlds Collide.
At Worlds Collide, because, and I would not be surprised if there is someone on the production team who has been given their walking papers, or at the very least a stern talking to about this, and I'll explain why. So for anyone who didn't see it or didn't hear about it, what happened
you can't
is
hear about it on the network anymore.
What's that? Well, that's true.
Because it's been removed.
Wait, what's been removed exactly?
What do you mean? The online, it's rumored. I haven't checked the rumor that the chants I'm sure you're going to be referring to have been edited out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So when they hadn't been yet this afternoon, because Jenny and I, because the event aired yesterday, Jenny and I watched it today on YouTube. Because if you don't know, these AAA events are putting them directly onto YouTube. Jenny and I watched it today, and the chants were there, and I was quite surprised. Because so the like partway through the show, the promo props up of the announcement, about they're going to be in Riyadh for WrestleMania 43 and all that. And as that's happening, the crowd starts booing and they start chanting, "You sold out." And you could hear it. They didn't mute the crowd when this promo was running. And they should have. What's that?
Well, keep in mind, it's still AAA production staff.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not, I mean, we sit here and we talk about it and, WWE's running it. I don't think WWE is running running it yet fully.
Okay.
I think there is still it's still AAA production.
That would explain it. Although it looks, I don't know, it looks different to me.
It does look different. I think WWE, for the visual side of it, has handprints on it, but I think production side, it's still AAA and Conan.
Okay. By the way, a note about Conan too before we go any further, and I pointed this out to Jenny. Did you see this? His seat was so low, he looked like one of the minis next to Corey Graves and JBL. By the way, I was happy to see JBL there because I think JBL is a fantastic color commentator.
I think JBL should be a permanent color commentator. I think JBL should be over Booker T. I watched SmackDown Live this week. Yeah. Booker T's color commentary is awful.
It's better for NXT. I think it's fine in NXT. And I really like Vic Joseph. I've always liked Vic Joseph.
I had to mute the TV.
Wow.
I don't
mind it. It can be a bit much.
I do. Dog, look at what they doing. It's like watching Pimp My Ride meet SmackDown.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
It's ridiculous.
But here's the problem, though, that they're going to have. So, I remember seeing all the backlash online, predictably, to the initial announcement. But then I see this happen at this live event. And now I'm thinking, is this what it's going to be every time there's any mention of WrestleMania 43 now? And granted, we've still got to get to WrestleMania 42. I understand because this isn't until 2027, but how are they going to deal with that? When the crowd is erupting and you sold out chants, like, I don't think they could not have imagined that. How are they just in a practical sense? How are they going to deal with that? How are they going to do this? I don't know. Like when the entire fan base is turning against you and chanting "you sold out," is this what's going to happen on Raw and SmackDown too? And if it is, what do they do? This is going to be a much bigger problem than I think anyone expected. What do you do?
Yeah. At this point, suck it up, Buttercup. You made the deal.
Yeah.
You can't mute live audiences.
Yeah.
And I'll wait till the main event. They deserve it. That's what I'm gonna say. And
yeah. Well, I think we're crossing into the main event already. That's why, and for viewers and listeners, that's why we kind of structured this week's show that way, to go from Dominic and Worlds Collide into our main event subject this week, which of course is the WrestleMania being in Saudi Arabia. I think Justin pointed out too, TKO needs money. They do have some significant debt.
They have significant overhead. I wouldn't call it debt, because debt insinuates that there's a long-term plan to pay it off. It's overhead right now because by the end of this year they'll be out of it. But that's what I've heard.
Okay. As far as, so look, kind of looking at it, there's different angles to look at this from. I do think as wrestling fans, we want that company to be, I might be playing devil's advocate a little bit here, but just hear me out. We want that company to be financially successful, right? Because if it's not financially successful, it could be downsized. It could go away. We never felt like we had to worry about it when it was what it was before it became a part of TKO. But now we have to worry about that a little bit. So we want that company to be, I guess, from a bean counter's perspective, I don't blame anyone for wanting to take that deal because Saudi Arabia is paying an absurd amount of money. On the other hand, are you doing irreparable long-term damage to the product if you alienate the fan base to an extent? Again, this is bad from the perspective of the fan base, because whether you you Eric, you've taken a very principled stand. I know you won't even watch any events that they do that come from Saudi Arabia. But not only that, but there's also all the people.
Lowe's knows how to get you ready for holiday hosting with up to 35% off select home decor. And get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, members get free delivery, haul away, basic installation, parts, and a 2-year Lowe's protection plan when you spend $2,500 or more on select LG major appliances. Valid through 10/1. Member offer excludes Massachusetts, Maryland, Wisconsin, New Jersey, and Florida. Installed by independent contractors. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for more details.
People who may not care about it from your perspective, but who do care about it because they like to travel. You know, the hardcore, the diehards who actually, God, I can only imagine how much money they spend doing it, but who actually travel to WrestleMania every year, or maybe just every few years because it's something they love to do and they're so passionate about it. And then all of a sudden, not WrestleMania 43, who's going to book a ticket to go to Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania?
Can I interject here?
Yeah.
No, I won't. No, I won't, Justin.
Oh,
TKO can count me out on that.
Yeah. Not everyone will watch. Eric will not watch.
No, I will not watch a single event that's in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, you've been
No, I don't care what the event is. I don't care what you put on it. I don't care if it's CM Punk and Seth Rollins in a 60-minute Iron Man match.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch.
Yeah.
I will not watch any card that's in Saudi Arabia. And look, I'm not going to get into and I'm sorry to cut you off, Matt. I'm not going to get into my personal issues with it because I've already done that on Matt's show.
Yeah.
But look, WWE is taking blood money. For every journalist the Saudi Arabian government has killed, for every woman they have mistreated, for every war crime they have committed, WWE is getting money from that.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot condone that. I cannot, as a human being, say, oh, I'm a fan, so I have to support it. Bullshit. My fandom doesn't supersede my morals. My fandom doesn't supersede what I feel is right. And I'll go even further. Live Golf, these basketball players that are trying to get a league started in Saudi Arabia now.
Oh, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. You know what? You guys want to go there? Fine. You want to make millions? You're going to make more money there, absolutely. But talk to Brittany Griner about what happens if you misunderstand laws or you break laws. And I'm not even going to get into whether I agree with Brittany Griner or not. But her ordeal.
Well, that was Russia.
But I'm saying what happens if they break a law in Saudi Arabia.
Right. No, I understand. Yeah, you're making a broader point about that. Yeah.
We have an international incident on our hands. Hell, a WWE private airplane was kept prisoner on the tarmac already.
Yeah, people forget about that.
Oh, conveniently, because WWE doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's talk to Ashley Massaro about how we can't. She committed suicide because of what happened to her.
Yeah.
Over in Iraq. Allegedly by I think it was Iraqi troops that did it.
I thought it was an American doctor.
Either or. It's reprehensible.
Because because that was why McMahon said, well, we can't say anything because it'll damage our relationship.
Justin, in regards to the Vader situation, Vader broke a law there. Vader assaulted someone.
Yeah, he put his hands on a civilian, so to speak. Yeah.
Yeah, very violently. I mean, if you watch the video,
that was in Kuwait, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Leon, that's on Leon.
Yeah. Yeah, he showed very poor judgment in that moment.
That's on Leon. Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
That is one of the times I'll be like, ugh. And I love Vader. I am probably one of the biggest Vader fans you will meet.
Yeah.
But Vader screwed up. That was bad.
Yeah. So do you think this is, some people think that within 5 years, the Saudis will buy WWE outright from TKO? What do you think?
I think it's certainly an option, especially if TKO doesn't get out of that overhead from purchasing WWE anytime soon.
Right. I don't know what they do about so Royal Rumble is coming up in, let's see, I'm not good at math. That's only a few months away, and that's going to be in Saudi. And the last time they did something where they were having a Royal Rumble in Saudi, they just had an extra, it was just an extra Rumble, and they called it the Greatest Royal Rumble, but it was just like this extra Rumble. But now it's the Royal Rumble.
You know, Matt, I might get a little emotional here.
Okay.
I have watched every WrestleMania, either live or shortly after the event. 43 will be the first WrestleMania I will miss.
Mm-hmm.
And I will be 44 years old when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
This Royal Rumble will be the first one I miss. I've never missed a Rumble.
Yeah.
You know what that does to older fans like me? Traditional fans like me. You know what that WWE is basically spitting on us.
Mm.
They don't care. And it's a culmination of things. The ticket prices.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going to a Raw the week after Seth Rollins turned on the Shield in Minneapolis. You know how much my tickets cost?
How much?
$17.
Oh, wow. That's it? Wow.
Because they were considered obstructed view.
Oh.
But you want to know why they were considered obstructed view?
Why?
Because one of the lifts was right in the corner of was off to the corner of my left eye.
Yeah.
You don't get that anymore. If it's obstructed view, they just don't sell them. There's no money in it.
Right, right.
I remember Triple H spit water on me at a house show.
Yeah.
Because I was in the front row.
Yeah.
You know how much that front row ticket cost?
How much?
$54.
Yeah.
That front row ticket now, put a 2 in front of that. $54 and a 0.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
After the 5 and the 4.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking that families won't know the thrill of taking their children to a live event.
Mm-hmm. Justin says he'll be going to Hampton Beach that night. Hampton Beach, for those who don't know, that's New Hampshire. We're on the eastern seaboard, so that's a popular beach here in New Hampshire. Yeah, it'll be fascinating to me to see how they navigate this, because I just don't know how do you build to it? How do you build storylines and angles?
Well, they're
blowing
their load. They're blowing their load on this event. They've already called up The Rock. They've called Steve Austin. They are trying to convince Undertaker to do a match. They're going to break. This is going to be the most extravagantly spent WrestleMania ever.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to production and talent. And you know what? To hell with them. To hell with them. One thing I will say about Tony Khan. Tony would never do this. Tony Khan would not do this to the fans.
But he hasn't been given the opportunity to do this to the fans either.
You got to understand.
How do you know ultimately?
Because because I go back to my original knock against Tony.
Yeah.
It's actually a benefit in this situation. He's too much of a fan.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it. Like, Tony Khan, this isn't a business to him. This is a hobby. And that's what keeps AEW so cost effective for fans to go to. Certainly, because the t-shirt sales are on demand, their merchandise price is insane. But that's what keeps AEW fan friendly for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I could see Tony Khan just starting to put their PLEs on HBO Max live for free. Just because he sees an opportunity to get more eyes on AEW.
Right. Well, oh yeah, that's interesting. Justin said AEW wouldn't do that to its women's stars. Yeah.
But Justin, the WWE women are complicit in it. They go. Like, they have the option to not go.
Initially, they didn't but they weren't allowed to, presumably. I remember when WWE first started.
Yeah, the women were not allowed to go because
women weren't even allowed to go. Yeah,
but now they are, and the women go.
Yeah,
because the payday is large.
Yes,
but then you're basically just taking the money and running. And I'm not gonna diminish that. I'm not gonna bash the talent for doing that, because then I'd be a hypocrite. Because on the CM Punk episode, I said I have no beef with CM Punk doing it.
Right.
I have no beef with any of the talent taking the money. Jesus Christ, you offer me the money. I mean, I have such a short window to make this money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take it.
Right.
I'll take a $5 million payday. Shit.
Right.
But TKO and Endeavor, do they really need the millions? Do they really need to get $2,000 out of a Joe Schmo working 40 hours a week?
Well, look, though, I mean, at the end of the day, they didn't buy WWE because they're wrestling fans. They bought it for to make money. And they're going to wring every last dollar out of it they can.
Well, and as they should, because that's why they're in the debt they're in right now.
Mm-hmm.
Look, and they're going to incur more debt because of the UFC's new deal.
What deal is that?
All of the UFC events are now free on Paramount Plus.
Oh, right. Okay.
So there goes that pay-per-view revenue they were getting from ESPN pay-per-view, $89.99 a pop.
Why did they do that? Why did they?
I think it's because Dana wants the UFC on national TV. Mm-hmm. He wants them to be the NFL of combat sports.
Okay.
And again, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
You think it's a mistake?
I don't think it's a mistake. I think it's a very valiant endeavor by Dana.
Yeah.
It just, granted, it was very poorly executed, but Strikeforce tried that with CBS. Mixed martial arts is not meant for network television.
No, I agree.
There's too many variables that can come into play.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's cauliflower ear exploding, a leg snapping in half, broken nose. I mean, you hit you punch someone in the nose right, blood sprays.
Mm-hmm.
you know, what happens if a trainer has to cut an eye?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't going to show that on network television.
That's a very good point. Yeah, that's true.
You know, and yes, I am well aware, for those of you that are going to call me out, eye cutting is illegal by every state athletic commission, but it happens.
Sure.
There are ways you can do it. You put a razor in the
let's not even, let's not even go there any
I'm
further.
saying there are ways.
I just don't want to, I don't even want to think about it.
You just circumvent it.
Yeah. Well, no.
I mean, look, I get it. At the end of the day, it's money. Justin, in our comments, hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
It's money. But at what point do you look at it and say, man, where are all of our hardcore fans?
Well, that's the thing. That's my point. Like, yeah, you take the money, and it's, purely from a business standpoint, it's hard to say no to that. Right. But at the same time, I just wonder if they're doing irreparable damage in the long term. Now, maybe unless the, as people have speculated, unless the short-term plan is make that money and then flip it and then sell it, there's people right from the beginning of the deal when Endeavor bought it who said they're not going to keep this this isn't like they're going to own. It's not like they're going to own this for the next however many decades or anything like that. They're going to buy it. They're going to make what they can, and then they're going to flip it, and then somebody else can have it.
Well, that's why they're signing all these major TV deals, make it more, make their portfolio more appealing. Right now, you have deals with Netflix, the top streaming service, ESPN, the top sports cable sports networks, because there's a few different ESPNs. You have a deal with USA, one of the top cable networks. You have a deal with NBC to quarterly. You have a 2 to 3 hour block leading into Saturday Night Live. That's very valuable.
Yeah.
Since TKO Endeavor has purchased WWE, they have made the WWE portfolio very, very, very valuable.
True. That's true.
Very valuable. More valuable than when it was just owned by Vince.
That's true.
I would say by at least 200%.
Yeah.
These are billion-dollar deals.
Yep.
I think TKO Endeavor, I think they have a plan. I think they want to flip WWE, and I think they want to be a combat sports conglomerate.
Mm-hmm.
And that was proven by their foray into boxing last night. Canelo versus Crawford on Netflix did very well numbers-wise.
Did it? Yeah.
Did very well numbers-wise. Was a horrible fight from what I hear. Crawford dominated, and I have heard took stick and move to new levels.
Oh.
But you know what? It was the fight everyone wanted to see, and Netflix had it. And it was co-promoted by TKO.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're making a play into becoming this combat sports giant. Mm-hmm. They want to run over the PFL. They want to run over Bare Knuckle Fight Championship. And you know what? Everyone bashes it, but it's very, very smart that they're having a card at the White House.
Is that definitely happening?
That is definitely happening.
I keep hearing about it, but then it's like I haven't seen anything formally announced.
It is happening. Dana White has confirmed the deals are in place.
Okay.
That the audience will be invitation only. No tickets will be sold. It will be for free on Paramount Plus. Hopefully,
strange times we live in. Yes.
Hopefully free on Paramount Network.
Well, where are they going to do it outside on the newly paved Rose Garden?
Yes, it's going to be on the Rose Garden. The weigh-ins are going to take place in the Lincoln Room.
You've seen Idiocracy, right? I assume.
Look, I know where you're going with this.
No, but you've seen it, right?
Yes.
The movie? Yeah. Just checking.
No, I'm all for this. I love it.
Do you?
I think it's great. Why not? Why not? America.
I think it's bizarre.
America's 250th anniversary. Why wouldn't we do this?
Why not?
Only in America.
Oh, good Lord. Good Lord.
Only in America. This is epic. I love it. I love it. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know what? And just think about this. If Conor McGregor becomes president of Ireland.
Oh, God.
We could have the president of Ireland, fighting against America's golden boy, Michael Chandler, on the Rose Garden lawn, July 4th, 2026.
Oh, I want to see if Conor McGregor becomes president of Ireland. I want to see him fight Trump.
No, Trump would never get.
Oh, that's right. He has bone spurs. He can't fight.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Thank you.
He would never get licensed by a state athletic commission.
No.
Ever. No way in hell.
Oh, I don't know. He gets doctors to say he's only like 200 pounds or something.
State athletic. Yeah, but state athletic commissions don't give a shit who you are.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's blood work you have to do.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And the weight difference would just be awful.
And it's not like Conor McGregor has never punched an old man in the face before, because we've all seen that video.
He has.
Yeah, he has.
I mean, man, but no. What would the catch weight even be at? Conor is a bloated 170.
Yeah.
Trump would be 205. I mean, I suppose they could do it at 180, 185.
His weigh-in would have to be in private.
Nope, that cannot happen.
Oh, wow.
It has to be in the presence of the athletic commission.
Because that dude's got to be 250.
Yeah, the weight.
Trump
I hate to burst your bubble, Matt. The weight difference.
Yeah.
And what's Secret Service going to do when Conor just starts teeing off on him?
I
mean, we could have World War IV, because we're probably going to be in 3 when this happens. We could have World War IV.
Wow.
I'm just full of positivity.
Yes. All right. Well, do we have anything else to add on the?
I think it's in poor taste.
Yeah.
I think that it's ethering the fans.
Mm-hmm.
And I think hardcore fans are going to feel the brunt of it. And the fans that do travel for these shows. One of my buddies, Austin Bayless, who promotes pro wrestling shows, he collects chairs from events. He loves going to the events and getting the front row chairs.
Yeah.
He isn't going to want a WrestleMania Saudi Arabia chair.
No. Nope.
It's in poor taste. I don't agree with it. And I'm very sad and heartbroken that I'm going to miss a WrestleMania. Even in times when I wasn't a major pro wrestling fan, I still watched WrestleMania.
Yeah, of course. Well, like I said, I'm just going to be fascinated to see how they navigate that leading up to it. But that's going to be very interesting.